Thanks for tuning in to Shared Visionz News,
where we tell you what to think.
And also how to think it.
Hey, at least we're transparent.
Yeah.
This past week, we have seen what appears to be domestic terrorists disguised as cross-country truckers invading the land of Ottawa, Canada, and disrupting citizens' sleep.
One Ottawa resident posted on Reddit, and I quote, "My street has had nonstop honking for the last 6 hours. We need to stop calling this a protest. This is terrorism. Myself and many I know are stressed out, and some are literally shivering from being sieged by honking. Shivering."
How traumatizing.
Yes.
Another post found, quote, says, "I can't stop crying. My wife and I have suffered extreme anxiety and sleep deprivation as there is a giant truck blowing its horn outside of our apartment. My wife says she is going to sleep at another male friend's house."
Honestly, I'm simply appalled that people have to go through such devastation. These truckers are definitely becoming a problem, disturbing the people's peace, health, and happiness. What are they even protesting?
Well, supposedly they're protesting the jabby jab mandate. But obviously they're just a bunch of right-wing George Soros Black Lives Matter terrorist group with a thirst for anti-fascism.
So make sure you steer clear of Canada, folks.
And stay safe out there. In other news, Joe Rogan is a hot topic of conversation as a spreader of medical disinformation of the highest degree by having doctors on his show. Let's show the clip.
Dr. Peter McCullough is a cardiologist, and he is the most published physician in his field in history. Dr. Robert Malone owns 9 patents on mRNA vaccine technology and is at least partially responsible for the creation of the technology that led to mRNA vaccines. Those episodes were labeled as being dangerous. They had dangerous misinformation in them. The problem I have with the term misinformation, especially today, is that many of the things that we thought of as misinformation just a short while ago are now accepted as fact. Like, for instance, 8 months ago, if you said, if you get vaccinated, you can still catch COVID and you can still spread COVID, you would be removed from social media. They would ban you from certain platforms. Now, that's accepted as fact. If you said, I don't think cloth masks work, you would be banned from social media. Now, that's openly, repeatedly stated on CNN. If you said, I think it's possible that COVID-19 came from a lab, you'd be banned from many social media platforms. Now, that's on the cover of Newsweek. All of those theories that at one point in time were banned were openly discussed by those 2 men that had my podcast that have been accused of dangerous misinformation.
Well, obviously he's on cocaine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Look at this.
Yeah, obviously.
Definitely.
Cocaine.
Like my grandpappy always said, never trust a cokehead. It's the horse dewormer that's really got him messed up pretty bad.
You guys know that we actually can't get that, nor the antibody treatment in the U.S. anymore, right?
Because you're not a horse, E.
But they've been using ivermectin to treat many other illnesses for many years. I don't understand how.
In other news, the Supreme Court has deemed Biden's mandate for companies with 100 people or more unconstitutional.
Condemning the country to death in the hundreds of billions.
From the clown vid. So far, it's been a winner of severe illness
And deaths.
for the young quacks.
Well, I think it's time we abolish the Supreme Court. It's pretty clear that they are killing everybody with the clown vid. I mean, the Omarion variant, it's running rampant around these areas.
What do you mean abolish the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court's the highest court in the country, and it dictates, precedent.
Our next segment is an open discussion on the metaverse.
I'm so excited to go into the metaverse. I'm also excited about the implant in the brain. It's going to be great.
And when we come back, are NFTs edible?
What do Kim Jong-un and Joe Biden have in common?
And what the fuck did you say about my lazy eye? Thanks for tuning in. Yo, this is Jay Soul. We are, what are we? We're Shared Visionz. Same cast.
Same
different
crew.
Name. Same crew, different name. Same big dick energy right
Spin
here.
off.
BD.
Anyway, I'm Jay Soul.
I'm Kill Bill.
I'm E.
Your boy King Diggz.
We hope you enjoyed our little skit. The news, I'm sorry. We hope you enjoyed the news that we did. It's very
real
informative.
life.
Yeah, those guys seem very
Yeah,
serious.
produced
Real
by
life.
CNN.
Yeah.
So you know it's official.
Official.
Yeah, and then co-produced by Fox too.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. So let's get into it. Truckers, man, what's up? You seen this shit? They're
Yeah, man.
Canadians?
The Canadian truckers. I heard we can get into it after, but the United States truckers are starting to get together as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
really?
but Canadian truckers, bro, they're going hard. They went to Ottawa, Canada. Like, how many people you think? They said 500.
I heard 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Just lined up on the street.
45 miles. That's the last number I heard, and that was a week ago. 45-mile convoy, biggest convoy
For
in the
medical
world.
freedom.
In the world. For medical freedom. Who the fuck do they think they are, bro? They think they can have medical freedom. How dare they?
For real.
Yeah, like who deserves a basic human right?
Who deserve and fuck that. It's fucking now. If we're gonna do it this way, I don't think there should be abortion. I think there should be forced abortions now. Actually, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're pregnant,
Well, it's the same thing,
and
right?
it really
Yeah.
is. If you're pregnant and your job doesn't really like pregnant ladies like that, they could be like, sorry, you either abort it or you get out.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I mean, how long do you think it'll last? 'Cause you gotta think of food.
I don't
You
think
gotta
they're giving up.
all that stuff. They cannot give up, but I mean, at the same time, they're gonna run out of money for food. Run
Yeah.
out of actual food.
I heard,
people could keep bringing food, but for a 45-mile long.
How long was
trail-
Occupy Wall Street?
How long do you want to be free for? Like, that's how, like, they're going to keep
But
doing it.
are they
Yeah.
going? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not informed enough on this, but do they have an endpoint? Are they not going to stop until something happens,
Well,
or are
I think
they
they
just
want their
making
prime
the
minister
point?
to resign. What's that
That's-
guy's name? The one who just caught COVID?
Justin
Justin
Trudeau.
Trudeau.
Yeah,
Trudeau.
yeah.
Trudeau.
I did hear. I read a post that said somebody said that they had enough food, alcohol, and marijuana for 4 months. To last them 4 months. So
Beautiful.
people
Should be
are
good. Should be good.
people are stocking up. And,
That's all you need.
And they had the cabbies in the truck. Like I don't know, man. It's just
Do you think
Crazy.
other people other than truckers will go? Like people in cars?
Absolutely.
definitely.
There are
I've
people out there right now that
I've seen
aren't
tractors.
Yeah, the farmers showed up.
Farmers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
did you see how the Canadian television, somebody was filming the film squad of a Canadian television where they were trying to show that like not a lot of people showed up. So they were
Yeah.
filming like just this one section
Really?
of people.
It was like the
and
back
then
section.
behind them was like thousands and thousands and thousands of people, but they weren't filming that.
Very
They
deceitful.
were filming just like some stragglers.
They're filming the end
Yeah.
convoy.
I mean, when I seen those truckers, I was just wondering, how long before the media calls them racist? Like, it can't be too much longer.
I mean, that's kind of
right?
what they're doing. No, they're
No,
they're
they
right-
did it.
They're not
They
right wing.
called them racist. They called them
Oh, they did?
Trumpers and all this type of shit. Yeah.
Canadians, they
course
call
It's
Canadians
happened.
Trumpers.
Yes.
Canadians.
That makes sense, yeah.
Go figure. Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, of course, they're not going to look at it like that. They're going to look at the news and be like, "Ooh, they are Trumpers." Oh.
So yeah, what do you guys think, man? Like, you think it's good?
Yeah, absolutely. I think and it's a bunch of people forming together and doing something that they believe in. I mean, we all believe in all different things, and that's okay. And at the end of the day, we shouldn't judge anybody for their own opinion.
Right. It should be, if you want to get the jabby jab, that's great. If you don't want to get it, that's also great. And everyone should just mind their own business.
But
And,
don't judge
the
next
Canadians are doing it the right way, man. They're
Absolutely.
protesting. They're
And
not
it's
hurting
a
nobody.
silent
They're not
protest.
destroying
I
no
think the
property.
I think the Canadians were more like fucked up during the past 2 years than we were though here. Like I think they were
More strict.
way
Oh,
more
yeah.
strict. It was
Oh,
the entire,
yeah.
I think it was more strict over the entire country rather than we have the states and Florida and shit. That's
Like,
pretty
where's
good right now.
Australia at,
Hold on,
though?
hold
Like,
on.
why aren't they doing that in Australia?
Oh, well, they're too
Australia's
busy in
literally in prison.
camps. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are people protesting, but supposedly
enough.
Not enough, obviously. But
There
come on,
is a lot of-
I
they're
don't
just-
know anybody from Australia, so I can't say, and they're not going to cover it on the media. Which brings me to a point of this is being covered in the media so much, the Canadian truckers. How long have we been hearing about supposed food shortages coming? What brings along such a food shortage? What do you think it is? Do you think it's people who grow it? Sure. Maybe the people who are transporting it to you and have
Yeah.
to give it to you, therefore the truckers. So, like, I'm always just like the devil's advocate where it goes, I'm skeptical of everything. What if it's a setup? What if they're setting it up? Because now the American truckers are talking about it. There's a whole
They're going to
fucking-
blame the food shortage on the truckers.
I mean, wouldn't that be
I mean, but
the
they've been
one-
talking about a food shortage before the truckers even
True.
protested.
True.
Well, put it like this. I mean, they could.
Maybe that's what they were talking about the whole time.
Yeah, probably. They was probably saying like, because a lot of those truckers just wasn't going to get the mandate. So if they were all fired, that would probably cause a food shortage too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, a lot of people don't realize is that we've already been through this whole food shortage. Like where I work, we go through a system through produce and all this. And
You don't have the meats anymore.
believe it or not, we get shorted every time.
Really?
There's at least one thing that gets shorted. And then when I was talking,
He
to
doesn't
the
work at
driver-
Arby's though. I know I made it seem like that, but it's not Arby's.
No, but I was actually talking to one of the guys, and he was telling me how how a lot of them got laid off in the beginning.
Yeah.
A lot of them got laid off. So let me get this straight. The reason why we're not getting our shit on time, the reason why we're not getting enough shit is because you are laying off all these people. So you're making the same amount of money because you are essential, but you're going to lay off all these people to make more money and make all these people do more shit so you can...
It's so backwards and twisted.
Everything looks like a setup
It doesn't
to
make
me.
sense. And none of it makes sense at all. Like, you are not losing any money whatsoever, but you're still laying off people.
Well, this is the
because of
problem
that.
because every company and major corporation is taking full advantage of the pandemic.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of the people. Period.
I honestly thought I was living in a twilight zone with all the courts not, shutting down these mandates until, the Supreme Court kind of chimed in. But I literally was like, how is nobody giving a shit about the Constitution anymore? I mean, granted, it's, very old.
Who cares?
Could be updated.
It's a basis
but-
of like.
It's the only thing that's
But,
saving
yeah.
us from them
But
is that Constitution.
But now,
Yeah.
because when it first started, everyone's like, no,
Yo.
we're going to do whatever the fuck we want.
But,
Biden.
and that's the thing. I'm sorry, Jay. I
Go
don't want to cut you off. But and that's what's crazy. It's just like Jay said. It's old. No, you said it's old, but he said who cares? Every time somebody gets triggered, they bring up the Constitution. Oh well, you did this. Well, in the Constitution it says this. But now that all this is going on, like you said, everyone's hush hush.
Yeah, like, what's the Constitution?
Dude, everybody's ripping it up, but Biden in general, like that administration has done so many unconstitutional things, bro. I can't believe that
He's
Because
still
there's no
even president.
How is he
consequences.
still sitting? No. How is he still a president, bro? How is he still sitting in office? And how is any of his people still sitting in office if the Supreme Court was like, this is unconstitutional? Therefore, Mr. President, you did something unconstitutional. You're an enemy to the state.
Yeah.
Like, you literally are, like, it just doesn't make any
Nothing-
sense. It
nothing
happened
is-
so many
yeah.
times. Oh, and then he got, I'm
There's
sorry.
no consequences.
No,
That's why.
for these people. For these people,
Yeah.
there's consequences for people like us.
Right.
Even if I say something too crazy, then there's consequences. There's this thing. I've been reading stories about the FBI popping up on podcast people's fucking thing, lower podcast people like us.
No, we're pretty, middle.
Yeah, obviously we're higher up. We're pretty big, but. No, seriously, like for just saying things and tweeting things, bro, it's crazy. And what I wanted to
and
say,
it's illegal.
It's illegal.
Let's not forget that.
Well, it's not freedom of speech anymore.
Yeah.
But and fucking don't even get me started. In D.C., they have freedom of speech zones. I thought it was the craziest thing. I was walking around
my
D.C.
God.
What do you
Washington
mean?
D.C.
They have freedom of speech zones everywhere.
That's insane.
There's criteria that you need to be able to
This
meet
is
in order to
America.
have free
America, freedom of
speech. Certain
speech.
areas
Should it
that
be?
you can't do that. Certain
Should be.
types of speech or you
That's
can't.
insane. Anyway, I wanted to say Biden, when the Supreme Court said this is unconstitutional and struck it down, Biden then went on television and was like, listen, I know they struck it down, but I want you guys to do it anyway. I want you companies to do the responsible thing and go against what the Supreme Court said. Again, another unconstitutional thing. But anyway,
Not
truckers.
not well. One more thing, not to sound cliche, and the cliche aspect of conspiracy theorist or whatever you want to call it, but the reason why Biden's not going anywhere, nothing's gonna happen to him. Why? Because he's a puppet, and I am not for Trump. I'm not pro Trump. I'm not pro Biden. I'm pro nothing, pro shit when it comes down to politics and stuff like that, because it's all bullshit. The government knows that they can control Biden, and that's why everything is going down. You think everybody out there really had a say in the whole Trump being impeached? Bullshit. It's because he said what he wanted when the fuck he wanted. But doesn't mean that I'm pro Trump. I'm just saying that's one thing
He
I'll
was
give
just
him.
he seemed maybe a little tiny bit more difficult to control.
He was a
Yeah,
puppet that was a
exactly.
little cut a couple of his strings, but was still
Yeah.
dangling. So
Exactly. Because he didn't want to cross that boundary.
Trump, bro. Ghislaine and fucking
Well, no, of
Epstein.
course,
Oh my
and
God.
that's what I'm saying, because Trump, as of right now, no
Diggz.
offense-
Epstein probably would have never went to jail though if it wasn't for Trump.
Well, Honestly, Trump is irrelevant right now because he is not the president.
Diggz likes Trump.
I'm just saying, I like him more than Biden.
You a trumpet?
Yeah.
He's voted several times.
Well, I never voted in my life.
I'm only saying this because Trump is irrelevant right now, and Biden is the relevant one because he is the president, and people are giving him such high praise.
When's the next election?
2024.
I bet you Trump wins.
I
I'm
bet
sure.
you
I
Biden.
bet you Hillary was gonna win last time. So
I bet you in 2024 Trump will win. And in
I think they will burn this planet to the ground before they let Trump win again.
Biden's gonna be in a nursing home next
I
next year.
he will still be president.
Yeah, by the time when he's 90.
Yeah, they're gonna do like a green screen in the back where he's
That's
like at
what
the
they're
White
doing
House.
now.
Yeah, they're already
They're
doing
already
I know,
doing
but I'm
that.
saying he's gonna be in an actual nursing home.
Yeah, man, the truckers, man. I mean, like, beautiful show, Freedom, and I want it to happen, and I love it.
Oh.
And I think it's awesome that the truckers are middle class people who don't really bitch about anything. You feel me? They don't,
and they're silent about it.
they don't ever. They're just hardworking people who just work. They're doing literally the most essential thing in America.
They're just like, why can't we just do our jobs?
Yeah,
And
and they're
they're
not even
why?
like. And when you think about it, like, you're not even really in contact with people like that as a trucker. You're fucking driving most of the time.
I mean, they have mandates right now for people that are working remote. People are getting fired if they don't get the jabby jab, even though they are fully remote.
Yeah. And I mean, no matter what, you're going to have those people, those numbnuts on the videos where they're screaming at somebody because the trucks are in the way. I can't move my car, whatever the case is.
What?
There's always going to be those people.
Yeah, but those people are so fucking stupid because you think you're going to come out and move 50,000 trucks?
Yeah. 45 miles.
Like,
What do you think about like the posts that we talked about on the thing? Like,
the Reddit post.
yeah, there's one of
Okay.
the. All right,
Quick.
the second one that you read might have been a joke, but the first one was dead ass. The first one was that she couldn't sleep and she's shivering.
And that it's straight up
and
terrorism.
it's terrorism. That person was dead ass. So
the one that was a joke.
it might have been a joke. I'm not sure.
They use that word
Okay.
terrorism.
No, that seemed.
it was a real post.
It was a real post. Yeah, so that could have been a joke. The first one though was
I don't
dead
think anybody
ass.
is that stupid to
I
be
would
like,
hope not.
oh, well, my wife
wife,
said she's going
yeah.
to sleep at a male friend's house.
Yeah, I saw another one that was like, my wife said she's gonna go sleep at her boss's house or something, like God bless his soul or something. Like, I think it was bullshit, but I don't think it was based off of the first one. The first one being is that these people think it's terrorism and they're shivering. And you know what? I don't
Look,
no,
I get that
wait.
it's annoying.
I don't feel bad for them though, because they let it. They're the people that were complacent and didn't do anything and didn't say anything and let it get to this point where people are really upset that they're going to either lose their livelihood or going to lose their livelihood the way they make money for their family. And
A lot of people already lost their livelihood and got fired for not getting the jabby jab.
Especially the healthcare
But now,
workers.
the
The healthcare workers that are heroes.
And
now they're not.
It's
Now
not
they're
even.
terrorists.
It's not even mandated. So all those people lost their jobs for nothing.
All these nurses were battling the clown vid. We're battling the clown vid with all these people going into the hospital because they were sick, correct? Battling and fighting and risking their lives for the clown vid, and now you're going to fire them because they don't want to get the jabby jab? You know what I mean? This sounds so ridiculous.
I love it.
Yeah, I
It sounds
know.
so good.
But like, you can't tell if I'm serious or not. But seriously,
No, that's
it's,
insane.
You
That's
know what
literally
I mean?
bananas.
None of it makes sense, and it's getting ridiculous because you're gonna count this. You're gonna sit there and say that all of this is terrorism. So how are you going to compare apples to oranges? How are you going to compare that this is terrorism, but then somebody running into a tower with a plane, you're going to call that terrorism too? So how is this silent protest terrorism? I just don't understand.
Well, it's not really silent. What before we get on off of this topic, I guess
we
go-
diving into 9/11?
Yeah, no, I want to say something. A post I saw comparing this world. It was like, it's so funny. I think the post said, I think it's ironic that to battle the clown world that we're in, the truckers are going in there and honking, honk honk. You get it? So like, the way people are battling clown world is by honking at it, and it's so fucking funny to me. I think it's like
All right,
the most ironic.
One
thing.
quick last question, and this doesn't even have to have a discussion. Did you find out where in the United States that this is happening, that they're starting to?
I've seen some.
I think it's California, right? I could
I've
be
seen some
wrong.
California,
Yeah.
and I've seen some,
I sure hope it's California.
and I've seen some formations blocking. I don't know where, but the borders between Canada, like Americans are blocking some borders in America to going to Canada. Yeah, truckers are doing that.
All right.
I guess American truckers. So, yeah, man, can't wait to see what happens. This is it's cool. It's historical, and I want it to happen in America. It's gonna happen. Oh wait, before we stop this topic, you guys see the GoFundMe for this shit?
They shut it down.
They shut it down, bro.
They shut down the
Bro,
GoFundMe.
I think it was $5 million or $8 million dollars.
Yep.
GoFundMe took the money and said we're gonna reallocate this money to charities we see fit. That was like a day or two ago. That's what they said, and they were also like, listen, if you wanna refund your GoFundMe charge, you can. And then they came out today, I think, and they were like, no. They were just, we're automatically refunding the entire $8 million. $8 million, whatever it
Because
is.
who the fuck are they to take people's money and say we're gonna decide where
we put it?
I wish there was a platform like GoFundMe
Wait.
that would exist so
So they
people
could
can
do it,
that.
yeah.
What you just said, that's kind of ironic what you just said. Who are they to decide what they're going to do with our money?
I mean, why? Taxes,
Yeah.
fucking everything, bro.
We are going to decide what we are doing with your money you're giving us for your taxes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but taxes is-
theoretically, that's what they're elected for.
And,
Right.
and
That's
the
a
money,
different rabbit
but
hole.
taxes aren't donations. They're
Wait,
just
wait,
taking
wait,
that out
wait,
my
wait, wait.
check.
Before we get off of taxes, do you know that your income, all of your income taxes that you pay for every paycheck, only goes to the government paying off their loan from the Federal Reserve?
Yeah, they're $5
Yeah.
million.
That's the only thing. So it's the only thing that federal income tax does is pay off interest of the loans that the American government took out, which means you're not that's money's not going to roads and
Yeah.
hospitals and schools. Okay.
It's just
Alright,
going
next
back to the
topic.
reserve.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Next topic, guys.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
All right, so as you saw in the video, Joe Rogan has been in some heat lately for
First, let's do the first one, and then
yeah.
The next
So
one.
he's been in some heat lately for giving out medical disinformation, even though he has doctors on his
Like legit doctors.
yeah,
like I
legit
don't
doctors
even
on
put it
his-
in quotations.
The one
Like,
guy-
these are
Yeah.
actual like really
Legit
good doctors.
The one guy, Malone.
PhD and
That
everything.
know what the hell they're talking about.
MD,
PhD?
PhD,
Yeah.
he's had it all.
Malone has I think it's 4 or 9 patents on. I can't even say it. The RNA shit. Yeah, he has 9 patents on it. I don't want to say.
Who's the Fruit Loop that came out and said that he was not going to be on Spotify if
Neil Young.
Neil
Neil Young.
yeah.
Oh, yo, so there's a whole rabbit hole with that. With Neil Young, his music is owned by this company called Blackwater, right?
Which owns a bunch of
Which
other
owns
companies.
everything.
Yep.
Blackwater is like one of the parent companies of like all these other fucking. So it's basically like the funnel of the whole, the top of the pyramid. Blackwater is, and it's fucking crazy how deep the rabbit hole goes
And
with
they're trying to
Blackwater.
like get all these artists.
All the
together.
artists that are trying to take off are all owned by Blackwater.
Wow.
Yeah, man, Blackwater's fucking hands are everywhere.
How
but
did we get here
Joe
with our
Rogan.
world?
How'd we
Yeah.
get with Joe Rogan?
No, just our world
Just
in
our world.
general.
How
Like
did we
how
end up
nuts
here?
we're
Yeah.
getting.
Why
Like,
is
If you
everything
haven't
made to
watched-
fuck over the people?
So
like
then-
no matter
yeah.
what.
if you haven't watched the movie Idiocracy, please watch it. Because when I saw it, like 10, 15 years ago, I was like, wow, everyone's stupid as hell in this movie. Like, this
Like,
is
this
never
is
going to
never gonna
happen.
happen.
Yeah, and now I
Look how
rewatched
close we
it
are to it,
recently,
yeah.
and we're there. Like, it's happening. We
Yeah.
are one step away from watering our fucking crops with Gatorade.
Yeah, I'm telling
And
you,
Mountain
if
Dew.
I see one person start eating a tub of cheese or whatever he was eating in a lounge chair.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
With screens all around you because you have
lazy boy.
5,000 different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And the court system, like the court system in Idiocracy is literally what it is right now. Everyone's just a bunch of idiots that don't follow like any sort of precedent law or pay attention to
Or
the
logic.
hierarchy of the court. Yeah, or logic, or fucking logic.
well, with
It's insane.
another thing that Joe Rogan, to put the icing on the cake. What did he say, Diggz?
Wait, no, wait,
Joe
wait, wait.
Rogan. All right.
You have,
well,
to do. You have to line it up correctly.
yeah, line it up. Line it up.
Line it up. So you gotta throw it to him so he could hit the bat.
Well, listen.
hit the ball,
okay,
you feel me?
okay, all right. So, I'm trying to remember the line now. Anyway,
Joe Rogan said nigger. All right. With the hard R.
How dare you say
know
that?
what I mean?
Diggz?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a
The
lot.
video was a lot.
I
Listen,
couldn't. We just watched it probably like an
just put
hour
out- yeah,
ago.
He
and
put out
it
an
was
apology video, right, for saying,
nigger.
and it was just like. First, I put it out before I saw what he like the whole compilation video, and he was like, "Listen, there's a compilation video going around of me saying the N-word a whole bunch of times," and I was like, Yeah, but how? Like, how did you? Why are you
I
apologizing?
couldn't even believe it. Like when I first heard it, I was just like, "That's just not true." I've been watching Joe Rogan
I
for
was
years.
like, how many? Like, where did you say this when, and why haven't anybody seen? Like, why isn't this talked about before? So before we even talk about the actual video itself, it just seemed to me like it was like the media. Everybody was just trying to slander him. They were trying to pull up bullshit and be like, "Here, look what he's did."
They definitely kept this in their left pocket and waited.
Yeah. They completely held on to this
because it's years,
Yes.
years of podcasting.
I was
That
thinking to
nobody's
myself,
fucking-
like, how, like, I'm surprised it even got this far.
And who made the compilation? Like, who
Yeah,
sat
we
down
gotta-
and was like,
we're gonna
it's
find it."
time that we bring him down.
Yeah, we're gonna find it. But anyway, so what was the next point of this? Oh, so the actual video itself. When you watch the video, you watch, bro. He was going off.
Yeah, he says it a lot. But this is the
He
thing, though,
uses
right?
the hard R.
They're using this to like discredit his platform, and that's what I just don't agree with that because
He had to apologize.
Yeah, he had to
He had to.
apologize. He had to.
He had to. And
That-
you know what? I've seen a lot of celebrities apologize, and people were like, "Fuck your apology," you know. But everyone was very receptive to his apology. Like,
a lot. Listen,
Well, because
you go through the comments though, and of course it's going to be the blue check marks first, and that's all manipulated bullshit. Just like when Chrissy Teigen apologized, and all the fucking celebrities came out the woodwork and was like, "Oh my God, it's okay." There's a whole bunch of people like that. You got to go keep scrolling down. Some people are upset about it.
no, I think there's a lot of people that are upset about
Yeah.
it.
they're upset, but they're receptive to the way that he apologized. I think he did it in a very classy manner where he took responsibility and said, you know, I'm learning. And because we have to stop.
I think
like,
there-
we have to stop fucking holding like so much shit against people from so long ago. Like when
I
you're.
mean, wait, it didn't seem that long ago. It was bald-headed Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I want to
No,
hear
I'm
what
not
I did
saying
say that.
specifically to Joe Rogan. I'm talking specifically to like cancel culture. Like, you know, they'll dig up like a picture from like 50 years ago of
Oh, I
somebody.
know, I
You know what
know.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't think that person is fucking changed?
And Joe Rogan
like,
said some-
Can they have a chance to like even show that they changed? Maybe.
Well, I think there's things that I agreed with his apology and things that I didn't agree
Yeah, I was
with his
gonna say that.
apology.
Yeah.
Like when he starts saying things like,
Dude,
"Oh, you know,
Planet
they
of the
say it in
Apes.
rap music," but that's no excuse, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like the way you were saying it is just outrageous.
You knew it was racist when you were saying.
Well, yeah,
You knew
one way or another, they say it in
He-
rap music,
for
but
some
you
reason,
never heard a
he-
white person say it in a rap.
Yeah, Eminem doesn't go off like that, whatever. But
Yeah.
what
I feel like he just thought he could get away with it. For
I
all
thought
the-
so
no,
too.
it's an
Yeah,
excuse.
I thought he was in that.
I think it's
White
partly
boy class where he
partly
could say
that
it.
and partly I'm guilty of it with certain jokes that I'll make around certain people, and it will be black people.
Yeah, but guess what?
I used to be.
Those did you watch the clip?
The clip, yeah.
What Joe
yeah.
Rogan was saying,
Like,
like,
yeah,
he
that's
like,
what I'm
saying.
but you, and
That's
you
what I'm
never
saying.
said
if somebody
that,
with a
you know?
platform like him,
I
like
would
if
never go on camera and fucking like ever catch myself on camera saying some crazy shit
and
like
then
that. That's the whole
fucking
thing.
press and record and send
Yeah,
it
that's
out to the
exactly what I'm
world.
saying. Yeah.
That's
so
so
Andrew's
he's
Spanish.
cool. Not as, but then people
3%?
don't. But people, no, it's fucking 50%.
You're white,
but
bro.
not everybody sees it that way. Yeah, exactly. See,
yeah, you're white.
I'm-
I'm gonna tell you 'cause that's
but
how
I'm-
society sees you. They're not gonna
Exactly,
fucking say you're
but-
Spanish.
because I can't speak Spanish. Beautiful. Anyway,
What do you mean? Que lo que? We were speaking Spanish.
Whatever. But I want to take you guys down a different rabbit hole. The fact that they had this Joe Rogan fucking N-word video on their pocket for so long, obviously, brings us to a possible point that Joe Rogan might be
Onto something?
No, he might be.
Everybody's not a fucking operative, bro.
Yes. Why not? Everybody who's famous, why wouldn't they be?
No,
an
I get what you're saying. But if that was the case, though, they wouldn't have to go through this with
It's
Joe
controlled
Rogan. They would
opposition.
just
Why?
they would just
It's called-
control him.
It's called.
you think
it's
that
hold
they're-
on.
Joe Rogan has like
Listen
11
to
million
me.
people
Listen
listening to
me.
him
It's
on a
called-
daily
exactly,
basis.
It's fucking crazy.
So why would they not
That's
want him to
control.
say shit? But that's
They
the
want-
whole
because
thing.
it's called
They
a-
can't control
it's
him.
a certain terminology called the Hilgian dialect. It's when you create a problem, give the answer to the problem, while also it's manipulating both sides.
Yeah,
You
I get what you're saying.
and that's why people say Alex Jones is everybody's an operative because
It's like Inception.
It's you give partial truths. That's the whole thing about being a truther, is that you have to go sift through information and find the correct information and the false information because it's all jumbled together looking like one thing. You feel me? So somebody comes onto the fucking scene and boom, fucking reptilians and flat earth and fuck that shit. That's part of it.
Yeah,
you
but
feel
they
me?
wouldn't be wanting to send. Like if that was the case, they would just
Why
let
not?
him
They
go.
have to, why not? That's the game. That's the entertainment
What he's
aspect.
trying
Yeah.
to say is that they're like fake trying to censor him.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fake
yeah.
canceling.
Like fake canceling.
It's
and so people
sacrifice-
are like, oh my God, let's listen to Joe Rogan some more because
The-
obviously he must be onto
the
something.
occult,
which
the
is
Illuminati,
what I
fucking
thought.
whatever. It's sacrificial. So Bill Cosby sacrificing himself, boom, then let him
Mm-hmm.
outside. Now I want to see what Bill Cosby's going to do in the next 5 years. I think Bill Cosby's going to do some crazy shit.
He's bringing
put
out the
some fucking-
Quaaludes again.
No, I think he's put. Well, I've already read he's starting to write on a whole bunch of shows and produce a whole bunch of
You got
shows.
to
So
start producing rap music.
what I'm trying to say is that like you sacrifice yourself in the public eye in their terms, and then you get up again. So you know what I mean? That's a possibility here. It's all. I'm
So
trying
where's
to
R.
present.
Kelly's chance at? God damn it.
R. Kelly's
Well, I
on
think
an island
I
somewhere,
don't think
probably.
R. Kelly's part of the entire industry like that. I think that R. Kelly went off on his own, bro.
Yeah, he just started peeing on little girls.
I mean,
on
but
his
wait,
own.
but to be
He's
fair,
always been peeing on people.
yeah, but R. Kelly's doing all this shit, and yet he's still making mad money off of his music to this day.
Is he in
off
jail
of-
right now?
Yeah,
I think he's about to come home because of COVID.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know if he's coming home.
I might have just.
House arrest, maybe?
No. He has a what's the word?
Probation?
No, he's
Parole
still
hearing.
in jail. Yeah, they granted him another hearing because he got COVID.
Anyway, Joe Rogan.
And yeah, so
Oh yeah. So, yeah or no? Can he say that? You got a G pass? Say the N word or what?
No.
No, he doesn't. No.
honestly, at this, I really don't think any white person really does have that.
I do.
It's a complicated word. You feel me?
See, but I wouldn't go out and say it in front of like people I don't know. You feel me?
Nah,
Why would I do that?
Yeah, because you know what? Somebody might react to it
Why?
wrong. and
They've
punch you
done
right
they've
in
done
your
it
shit.
before. All right,
You feel
me
me?
and Ty were in DC. I'm with Ty. I'm with Honesty. I'm with Honesty's boyfriend, who's fucking black. Everybody's black around me, and we go to some black club and shit. Mad black people around. Somebody catches me saying it, starts talking mad shit. Everybody's I'm with is like, yo, chill, bro. Like it's good.
Yeah, but you can't. You don't
Because
know these people, bro.
I'm-
You could be around
I
somebody
agree,
who don't
I
play
agree.
that shit at all.
Yeah, but these, to be fair, in this situation, these people were like highly educated DC folk. You feel me? So they're trying to be politically correct and not coming at it from like a. It was just weird.
Like a
It was,
disrespectful
it was weird, bro. It was more about political correctness than anything. It wasn't about even they felt disrespected. It was like, no, like this is the way society. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's weird to me. To
I
explain
just
it.
don't think, honestly,
If
I
you
don't
feel
know.
disrespected, you tell me you feel disrespected.
It's really
I
no
don't know
need
if
for a white person to say the word.
I don't
like,
know if
what-
this is an
they can
honest-
live their whole life without using that word. Eminem's one of the best rappers ever, and he never uses it.
But
in his
look,
rap, but I bet you around his
Maybe.
friends-
You know what it is? I do feel like that it's like white people just trying to fit in with that black culture.
but don't you think
It
it
is.
should have the word should have been eliminated entirely?
Yes,
Like
yes,
completely. Like I
absolutely.
understand, like you know,
But to be fair,
the black.
fucking swastikas weren't eliminated. Hold on, go press the red button.
I understand that black people took it back, because of the way that it started. They were like, you know what, we're gonna
Make it
take
our
it back
own,
and we're gonna make it our own. But at the same time, it started from such a dark and evil place that it should have just.
It should be gone.
It should be bad for both sides.
But we could simplify this. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be this difficult.
Let's hear it.
Just don't say it.
Yeah, just don't say it.
Like, what's the problem?
You want me not to say it anymore, dude?
Don't say it.
All right, fine.
God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it. Like I was actually gonna ask you.
No,
like,
seriously,
say,
though.
Like say the cameras off.
Look,
like,
look.
cameras
I've been
come
around
off.
white boys that snacks my boy. You feel me?
I know you
Like
told
I've
me
heard
we-
it mad times. You feel me? Like I actually, yeah. I don't even want to get into
Yeah, we
that
don't have
story.
to.
You
Yeah,
feel
Yeah,
me?
well,
Like
yeah, you've already got into
Yeah.
it in a previous podcast. So, anyway, back to Joe
Wait,
Rogan.
I wanted to hear what he said. He was going to say something else.
I don't remember. He just come. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh,
All right.
All right, so back to Joe Rogan. Anyway, yeah, so plain and simple, it's something that he
Oh
shouldn't
yeah,
have said
plain
to
and
be.
simple. Just don't say it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, problem solved. Like,
Yeah, Joe.
boom,
Rogan. Listen
move
to,
on.
Listen to us.
Rogan, you can come on a podcast anytime.
Yeah,
We'll
no.
talk, we'll sit down and talk to you.
Can he say
Clear the
I'll be a
air.
representative of the black
Clear
community.
the
All right.
I guarantee it's like 99.9% like certainty that Joe Rogan will never see this podcast.
No.
Yeah, he will. Well, now you just fucking ran into the ground. Now we're fucked. But we could have been good. Joe Rogan could have seen us.
Just cut it out. Cut it out. Shh.
Anyway, listen. Regardless, they're trying to cancel Joe Rogan for.
Do I think he
Okay.
should be canceled?
No, I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Do you think he should be, and do you think he will be?
I don't think he will be. I don't think he really should be either. You know what I mean? Like I think he's too important
right now
to what we're
for what's going on.
Yeah, because without Joe Rogan, there's a lot of that information of the opposite side that we just wouldn't know.
Because there's not a lot of people that have so much attention that actually speak on that side. All the celebrities in Hollywood and everything, they're all like straight line, like, you know, nobody really speaks out against the government or anything.
We're the rappers.
I'm surprised I didn't hear Drake say not one thing about the trucker thing. Know what I mean? And
why would Drake say anything?
Because he's
about
Canadian.
anything? So
Yeah,
what?
but
He's Canadian.
Yo, he's too
Justin
busy.
Bieber at?
You know,
Those people
you know
will never. They don't. Who?
You know, who Daylit is, the guy with the tattoo.
Yeah.
Like that. He went on. I saw him talking one time. He was like, "Yo, I talked to Drake." I was like, "Drake, why don't you be like, talk about being vegan in one of your songs or whatever? You'll put millions of people onto that. Like, women will love that, and say you love vegan women on your song." And Drake was like, "Nah." So like, these people know, like, hear these things. You feel me? They're not fucking oblivious.
He knows what the people.
They don't
want to
pick a
No,
side
it's not
because
even-
once you pick a side, you have to
Exactly.
stand on it.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of good music started on, bro. Hip hop and rock and roll and punk rock and all that shit, bro. They all started on.
Picked the side.
They picked a side in the beginning, and it was all about anti-authority, or just at least not even anti-authority, but just talking your side about how the system is fucked up in your own eyes. You know what I
And
mean?
then all those
Things
bands
you've
are
experienced.
mandating the jabby jab.
Then you got all,
Like-
even the rappers, bro. Fucking Tyler, the Creator, all these motherfuckers, all the supposed woke motherfuckers are all doing mandate. Joey Badass, I was so
for
mad.
their shows, like, how are you gonna
mandated
rap
shit.
about that? How are you gonna be like a punk rock, like, you know, anti-authority, like you're saying, and then you're gonna be like, no, but you have to have the jabby jab to come into my show.
that's
Rage-
why it's
Rage
fuck
Against
them
the Machine.
shows. I'd rather just not go.
Yeah.
Like,
They should be like,
Yeah.
fuck it,
Yo.
we don't care. We're gonna stand by like what we've been singing about for all these
Me,
years.
her, and
it
Ty.
just goes to show you that brings back to the point where Jay was saying, like, they've been singing about this and acting like they're so fucking against the corporations, but really they're for it.
Yeah.
So this whole
They're
time,
fucking
yeah.
sellouts.
Yeah, they're fucking sellouts.
Well.
Joe Rogan, man.
Um,
Hold on, Joe Rogan might be a sellout. Maybe. Who knows?
I'd give it a
Oh,
little
well,
small
well,
possibility.
I just,
wait,
I
there-
just take the truth
there
and move
was-
on. I
well-
don't,
You
I don't
think
believe.
that everyone has a price?
I do. I think everybody has a price except myself.
You have
I
a
hope.
price.
What is my price?
I don't know what your
150
price is, but you have a
million.
price.
That's not enough for me to sell my soul, bro. I'm not selling my soul to anybody. Nobody will ever own me. I refuse to be owned. You feel me? I refuse to be in somebody's pocket. I don't want to ever owe somebody anything. That's
But
my.
I respect that you say that, but you have not been served that up on a platter yet.
I completely agree. We'll fucking see when the time comes.
All right, one last thing.
The time will come.
A lot of people don't I'm not saying a lot of people, but Joe Rogan has been in some controversy throughout since he stopped UFC. He's been in some controversy, but obviously this is the big wham right here, you know. And you know he's been in some controversy with his comedy and Carlos Mencia and things that he said in the recent past in his podcast. But like, and people just, you know, it's certain things like that people just kind of blow over. If you're gonna blow that over, you might as well just blow this over. It's simple as that. Because if you're not gonna make a big deal about one thing, don't make a big deal about the other.
They're not going to just let it blow over, though.
No, I know.
It's
I know.
not-
I'm just
The
giving
media is not going to let
No,
it happen.
I don't know, man. Dave
You don't
Chappelle.
think they're
Wait,
trying
Dave
to-
Chappelle didn't get fucking canceled for transgender bullshit.
He
Now,
didn't
that was,
say anything. Look at, but what
He
did he
did.
say?
They tried.
What
No,
did he
wait,
say
no,
wrong?
wait.
They should.
You're-
He was
You
respectful.
couldn't even play one clip where he was
You're-
disrespecting
I-
transgenders. Not one.
Right. He was making jokes that were funny that I don't find disrespectful, but I could see how he did the one episode was the last one he did was the entire thing about transgender. There was nothing else but that.
Well,
So
he was talking
while
about.
simultaneously saying that, listen, this is how it is, he was also doing the entire thing. Like, it was like it was just weird.
But
to
who
me.
cares? He's a comedian. He can joke about
I'm
whatever
not
the
saying
fuck
he
he
can't,
wants.
but I'm trying. That's what I'm getting at here. Is that the
If
fact?
he wants to do a whole show on it.
Why are you thinking that I'm against you right now?
Because where do you find?
I'm trying to finish my statement. My statement is that if he wasn't canceled for that, then I think we're good with Joe Rogan.
I mean, I feel like the transgender community is a very small percentage. So, like, for him to be canceled over like that.
Does anybody think the transgender thing was louder than this shit? Because transgender went to like Netflix and shit, and I don't hear.
That happens because someone worked there in Netflix. That was
that was
That's
transgender.
why.
I mean, I'm sure
Yeah, and they
there's a
walked
lot
out.
of black people work
Yeah.
at Spotify.
I don't know why these transgenders think they can't get these jokes. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, everybody else get them, but y'all can't.
I think
like,
everybody should. Either everything's funny. I've said it before. Everything's funny or nothing's funny, and I'd rather live in a funny world. You feel me?
Yeah, like how can you laugh at like somebody when they make an Asian joke, but when they make a joke about
Or a
what
white
you
person
are,
joke.
like it's not funny.
you fucking pale face,
That's
fucking
disrespectful.
I know mayonnaise eating. Like, that should be funny. Like,
fuck.
the fuck?
All right.
Fucking go drink some grape soda, bro.
Yeah, go eat a mayonnaise sandwich.
All right, next topic. Next topic.
Wait.
No, next topic.
Billy.
Does he eat mayonnaise sandwiches?
There was something he was telling me about one time, and I was like, "Why would you do that about food?" And I couldn't. Nah, maybe it wasn't.
He made a grilled cheese with mayonnaise instead of butter, didn't
Made
he?
what?
A grilled cheese with mayonnaise instead of butter.
I've heard that.
How did I know?
That's
What?
actually
You?
really good.
Oh, damn. See? That's really
No,
white people.
I
do.
actually
Might have
watched
been
like a video about
the
how
only thing
like
that you
amazing
can
it
come
is.
at me with
I
that
didn't.
is the
I didn't like
orange
it. I like the
juice.
butter.
That's
You
weird.
had
It's
it
not
with
even
mayonnaise?
white,
I
it's
know,
just weird.
but
Yeah, I
that's
didn't like it
literally
though.
delicious.
Too,
Yeah.
like
I don't like
greasy.
mayonnaise. Ugh.
All right.
But
right.
you don't
Alright.
taste the
I
mayonnaise
know, you
because
cook it
gets
with the
absorbed
mayonnaise.
into
This is
the
a
bread.
culinary
Disgusting.
podcast.
It is now.
All right, next topic.
It's a cooking
Uh,
podcast.
Are we doing metaverse?
Okay, we'll split it between Metaverse and the Neuralink. How about that?
Let's do it. No, because I really want the Neuralink. I got a lot to say about that.
Let's just do Metaverse
Alright.
and Neuralink another day.
All right, we'll do
No,
Neuralink.
metaverse right now.
I
Or-
said
or do you-
Neuralink
oh,
another
yeah.
day.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, so the Metaverse. Now,
The Medi.
Yo.
The young
Yo,
Medi.
now, and this can go into the Neuralink too, but since we're talking
Oh
about
shit! I'm sorry. Bro.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry,
Go ahead. Go
cigarette.
ahead.
we're
It's all
talking
good.
about Metaverse. If it's not anybody out there who has seen the movie, not playing a huge role in the movie Ready Player One.
I've never seen that movie, but I
Literally, go. I'm
I have. I forgot about it.
Now, whether you like it or not, it's a good ass movie. It's about.
I've heard about it.
You
I
ever
just
seen
never
it?
seen it. Yeah.
So
ahead, Bill.
it's pretty much it's a movie that's based on a big VR thing that pretty much you can live a second life. Let's put it like that.
yeah.
That the world just pretty much went to shit. Everybody is in what's the word I'm looking for?
And VR.
Poverty. Yes, everybody is pretty much in poverty, and they go into the almost said metaverse. They go into the
Metaverse,
Oculus,
the
I
VR.
think it's called.
No,
They
the
go-
Oculus is real life.
Yeah, Oculus.
Here.
I don't remember. It's something with an O.
The
I know
VR,
that.
the VR.
All right, they go into the VR and they live a second life, pretty much. And they pretty much what they do is they go around, they try and find these hidden things because the guy dies and they're trying to figure out who can run it and who. Can't.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's just one big second life that you're living, and that's pretty much what they're trying to do with the metaverse.
I
You
agree.
should definitely watch it. I'm telling you, because once you
Yeah.
see that and you go and you see what they're doing with the metaverse, you're like, holy.
It's the same
The
shit.
metaverse is actually scary.
I've
It scares the shit
yeah.
out of me.
I've seen a lot of people. I've actually seen some theories that
I think it's stupid.
it's going to be more. People are saying that this is not what the metaverse is, and that there's some technology that they're basically just going to do, fucking glasses or contacts, and everything's going to have holograms and shit on
Yeah,
it.
you
That's
can-
what I heard, but
And
That's
it's
just
pretty much
scary.
Like if you see, like if you got the glasses on, and you look at a pack
yeah,
of
yeah,
cigarettes,
yeah.
the
And
price
the
will pop
shit pops
in
up.
the
Yeah,
nearest
I don't
store.
want any of that shit, bro.
That's insane. And you were talking about how a girl claimed that she was raped in the metaverse.
Gay rape.
Oh my god.
But like it makes you wonder though, like
What do you think happens on the internet and video games?
but think about it from a legal standpoint. Like if this is actually happening, the trauma could still be real. You know what I mean?
I guess,
How?
but she could have just took
You're
off
right,
the
like,
glasses.
How could trauma be real? You're
Listen,
walking
Mental
around-
trauma.
because to be
It's
fair,
not
if it's
physical
So if I play
trauma.
Call of Duty, is that
Mental-
mental trauma?
To
it
children,
should
it
be.
is.
It should be considered that.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, there's so many normalized things in this world we live in. Fucking everything. Be careful. Don't close this. That like Call of Duty's trauma, but you grow up with trauma from the time you fucking get your circumcised. You're from the time you're circumcised when you're a baby, you're traumatized because you're fucking. The first thing is pain that you see when
You
you come out
feel
this fucking
yeah.
at the womb. It's fucking crazy. But I
just-
wanted to say the way it could be is if it's a 15-year-old girl who logs on for the first time and doesn't even have her parents' permission. I'm 18, and then she gets gang raped in the fucking metaverse. I can see how that would be traumatizing for a little girl. Yeah, that's fucked up.
But she could easily take off the glasses.
But what happens though? But what happens though? Like, what happens when that happens? Are there going to be laws that like you can get arrested?
There's going to be, yeah.
Like,
the
are you gonna
metaverse,
get arrested
There's
for
going
like?
to be because
metaverse violence?
There's laws that were made for what? Fucking sending nudes if you're underage and fucking cyberbullying. There's laws against that.
Okay, but how old was this girl?
She was an
Woman.
adult.
She was an adult. Okay, so yes, with what you said, that's true. But as an adult, you go into this now. When you go into, you're going to play Call of Duty. You're preparing.
I'm ready. If I die, somebody's gonna teabag me.
Exactly.
I know for a fact.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you go in, you go in to play a sports game. You go in to play Call of Duty. You're already going in knowing you're gonna hear shooting. You're gonna get killed. Whatever.
And
you go into a sports game. You already know you're gonna be doing this, that, just to lose or whatever.
And
the
someone's
case
gonna call
is.
me an N-word.
But I don't think the Metaverse's slogan is like, "Come in, we're gonna game
We're
rape
racist
you."
and we're game raping you.
No, I understand. The point I'm making is you're going in knowing you're gonna be ready for anything that happens. And I'm not saying, you automatically, the first thing you're going to think of is you're going to go in to get gang raped. But are you really being forced down and somebody really pulling their pants down in the metaverse? Like, is that what they're doing?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't
Well,
been
they got
there.
the vests and the gloves now where you can, like, if somebody punches you, you can feel it.
You ever see it? I doubt you've seen it.
Ready
It's
Player
an
One.
anime. It's called Sword Art Online. And it's kind of like a little fruity. But it's exactly that, the metaverse and shit. And they fall asleep when they have the thing on, and it fucks with their brain. I guess it implants into the brain, and then they just feel everything that's in the fucking metaverse. You feel me? So if it's like that, then I could see that being raped is a fucking problem, because if you actually feel the sensation of being raped, that is scary.
But
Yeah,
see,
that's
that
But that shouldn't even be allowed. That should
Yeah, what are you going to have, a
What you-
fucking
but
vest
what
on
you
your
talked
vagina?
about- What you talked
Like, how would you feel it?
because if it's
It's in your brain.
It's in
I
your
got
brain.
you,
So
got
if
you.
if your
Yeah.
neurons are, it's basically triggering your neurons in your brain
Yeah.
to think that something's happening, basically.
But what you were talking about with the gloves and the vest and everything, it's just a prototype. It's something they're working on doing. It's not even a thing yet. So
I hope
You know that we already. I still believe that
That
we
it's
already
already
have all the
exists, yeah.
technology already that's been funneled to
Yeah.
us from like extraterrestrial life. And
Yeah, I mean, I get that, she was going in it to, like, be innocent or have an innocent time, just experiencing it. I get it. And, a couple douchebags came around and just started fucking around. I get that, and it shouldn't have happened. But it's just, I think it's more about making a bigger deal out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your actual body.
But you know what's crazy? The metaverse now, like, people are going to feel real comfortable on it, and they're going to let maybe, like, their true colors show on there, and that's going to give the FBI and all, like, CIA more information on, like, your deepest, like,
Who do you think will be the
secrets.
first serial killer in the metaverse?
You know what I mean? People are
Jay
going to
Soul.
get flagged.
Jay Soul, that happens in the show I was talking about too, Sword Online. That ends up being a serial killer who, like, kills you while you're in the metaverse and knows you're there. Like, it's fucking crazy. The metaverse. I want in. Let's do it.
Well, there's
It's all-
other aspects to the metaverse too. Like, you can put it on the VRs and, like, go to an NBA game front row and watch the
but
like
you gotta
the real
pay.
players play.
What is that though? You just watch it on TV.
Yeah.
What? Like,
I
I
know.
just don't understand.
But
any of this, bro.
the crazy part is not only that. Now they're gonna start selling property.
They already are.
Yeah. All right. So they're already selling property. They coming out with gloves and chests so you can feel whatever's going on.
Are NFTs edible?
Yeah, are NFTs
Yeah,
edible?
that's another one. You're probably gonna be. I'm sure you could sell NFTs on it
Well,
or whatever to
yeah.
make your own skin. Or
Exactly.
whatever.
The NFTs would be the skins. That's what. Yo, do you see how, like, low fucking
How dumb
quality
this is, yeah.
how low quality everything is too in the metaverse?
Yeah.
Like, the only way the metaverse is ever going to be appealing if it looks almost fucking like real life. And
Well, they have to
They have
trickle
to-
it out slow.
yeah, I know.
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean?
They have to
It
have
has to be trickled
extreme
slow.
upgrades in that shit, because if they can't just put it out like this. Who wants to be in a blocky Roblox? You wanna play
Yeah,
Roblox and
yeah.
be in a Roblox world.
Well,
with
that's how
viewers
we
today?
started. We started with Snake on our phones, Everything started off, like, really basic. And so now they're starting off basic.
I don't think that everybody is even thinking about, like, because I don't know about everybody else, but I get, like, on fast-paced moving games, I get nausea from the VR set. So, like, unless I have the treadmill circle thing that I'm standing on, so I'm walking around and stuff, I'm gonna be fucked up. I can't use it. I don't know about every other human, but it's trying to. Your brain doesn't know the difference between watching a show and, like, real life. So if you're watching a TV show, your brain thinks that you're doing that stuff that the
Well,
main
that's why
character's doing.
horror movies are not recommended for your brain.
I mean,
and
all
the,
of the fucking drug shows that we're watching, everything. But what I'm trying to say here is that your brain can't recognize. So when you put on a VR headset, your brain cannot recognize that you're in a VR headset. You're in a fucking. Your brain thinks that you're
there.
So that's why you're getting nausea when you're walking around and shit like that. But I don't know, man. They have a whole lot of. I'm hoping it all fails. That's what I hope. I hope this whole entire fucking thing blows up.
It's not going to, because
Well,
this is a
it's
plan.
too big,
It's
yeah,
part of a
it's-
greater
yeah.
plan.
So what?
Exactly.
We can
It's too
manifest a
big of
better
a-
reality, my friends.
Well, we're going to be the Canadian truckers in this instance, where we're not going to succumb to these
I
things.
mean, obviously, but I mean, I'm not
But
getting.
it's gonna come to a point where you can't have a job because all your meetings are in the metaverse.
I need a fucking job. Darn, I guess we could really quick branch off. So add the Neuralink with the metaverse. Go. Do it.
All right, so pretty much the Neuralink, and again with another TV show, if you ever watch Black Mirrors, is literally the spitting fucking image of what they're trying to do. So the Neuralink is something that was made by Elon Musk, or is being made by Elon Musk, and it's going, I guess, a chip or whatever in the back of your ear right here, and now. What he's trying to do with it is now you'll have it right here. You can take it out. I could put it on Jay, and he can see the memories that I
That's
go
literally
through.
the Black Mirror episode.
That's insane. I didn't know that. Yeah. They're using it like, oh, we're gonna help paralyzed people, but obviously we already saw that it could like gather all the data about your senses from the pig test. You guys see the pig test? The pig's nose smells something, and every time it smells, it goes buzz, 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 buzz. And then the fucking monkey too plays a fucking video game. So we already know that the capabilities are fucking way more than just helping somebody become not paralyzed anymore.
Yeah, which would be great though if
I
they
mean, that's
came
beautiful,
out. Yeah,
but
like,
we all know that that's terrifying in the long run. And having one person's fucking finger on the trigger, being Elon Musk, sure, he seems like a nice guy and pretty smart, but I don't think I trust him enough to.
Yeah.
I'm starting not to. And
I've
I
never.
love Elon Musk.
I don't trust anybody.
And I think it all started with him. He wanted to make it so that you can replay your dreams.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's why it started. I could be wrong, but I know that plays a part in it. I don't know if that's where the beginning started, but I know it was something to where you can when you fall asleep and when you wake up you don't remember your dreams, you can play it back to see what happened in the dream.
But that's what makes it even scarier is because it has components to it that are cool and enticing.
Yeah.
So people are going to be like, oh,
But
well, this aspect of it is really fucked up. But come on, we can like replay our dreams though. Like,
yeah.
that's amazing,
Yeah.
So it makes it like terrifying because he can literally like plug into like all types of different people and appeal to all different kinds of people. And that's scary.
Can he
20
insert a dream into you?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. How do you know your fucking
Yeah,
thoughts are
how do
your
you
own?
even know it's even
How do you know what's your own thoughts?
You're replaying a dream that's not even yours.
Yeah, what makes you think that this isn't a chip to control exactly
Going
what the hell
off
you
of
do?
what Ivana just said, you're saying it's terrifying, and like, how do you think somebody would look at a cell phone 20 years ago? The modern cell phone 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They would be like, oh my,
They'd freak the
knowing
fuck out.
We all know it tracks us. We all know it's watching us, listening to us, literally videoing us, and yet we still all let's Instagram and fucking text and have the camera looking directly at me and whatever the fuck I do when I'm shitting, so it knows my shitting face too.
Yeah.
That's
So,
why, I always say, the government doesn't need to put chips in us to track us because we're all voluntarily holding a device that tracks us.
Yes,
I wonder
but-
how much people the government has like whacking off on their phone watching porn.
Every day.
Like they just
Every day.
see somebody whacking
sure-
off.
I'm
They know-
Like,
Wasn't
what
there
the
like
fuck?
wasn't like some guys from the NSA that were fired
Yeah.
because of they like had people's nudes and they were like jerking off to
They
that.
sent through social media.
Yeah,
But
on
and
social
you-
media.
But and that's what's crazy is if you're a guy and you've jerked off at least once to a porno video on your phone, they have you jerking off.
So not only do they have you, they know what kind of
I hope
porn
you
you
like
like.
it.
Know what kind
Yeah.
I hope you like it.
Oh my god.
I want to go off of your point. You're saying we're all doing voluntarily. Yes, I completely agree. So you're saying why would they want to put a chip in your head? Well,
agent.
are they not like? You're saying why would they want to? Obviously,
I'm saying they don't have to.
they don't have to, but they're already trying to. One and two, there's not everybody knows about it, but there's ways to get around being tracked through your cell phone and
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah.
So like they want it so that way.
They want all their bases covered.
They want all the bases covered. I bet you in like 30 years they're gonna want the norm to be, well, as soon as you pop out of the womb, we're putting a chip in you, and that's how it is, and that's fucking normal. That's normal.
That's gonna be your new.
We've been
Social
doing
Security
this for
card.
10 years. We're gonna do it for the rest of our lives.
That's gonna be your new birth certificate, your new Social Security card, new all that.
Yo.
So you don't lose your birth certificate and Social Security card. I'll be right in this
It
chip
won't
here.
have a gender on it, but you'll be plugged into the metaverse.
And then when you're old enough, you can click your gender.
You just turned 5. Now you get to choose your gender. It's like fucking it's like Fallout. It's like a fucking video game. Oh, you get to choose this. Oh, now you get to choose this.
Or you can postpone it because you're not ready yet.
No, you can't. You can't move into the next level if you don't choose
So
your
you
gender
choose
by,
your
by
gender.
5 years old.
Okay.
That's only right and fair.
But
No,
you
you will.
can
You'll
go
just be
later
a
on and change
and
grand-
it
there's
because
50.
that's okay.
Yes, there's 56 genders by this time, and well, I think that's now. Yes, and then later on you could change.
You
it.
could change it.
It'll just have your.
How do you
avatar
change
in
your
gray
gender? Do
silhouette.
you just say it
Yeah.
and then it's there?
That's
like,
what it is. Yeah.
Did you know?
That's
There's.
fucking
Did you see the thing
crazy.
I posted? It was like there's a gender. What did it
It's
say?
like a
An amputee gender. You feel like if an
Like a
amputee
kid.
child, a child with no arms, you could feel like that. That's your gender. So now I have no arms, and I really felt like that my whole life. Like since I was born, I really just felt like I had no arms.
that you were a 12-year-old kid with no arms.
Yeah, it's just fucking. I've always felt 12.
Yeah, I always knew I had sharp teeth. I was a T-Rex.
Holy shit! Is that why I always thought I was a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo, don't go
The
Bobby.
cops are coming.
Don't go Bobby Schmurdering yourself
Yeah,
on
right?
here.
I just thought I was. It doesn't mean I really was. Like,
Yo,
it just
you-
felt like I was.
You hear about this thing, swatting?
Yeah.
Oh my
fucking,
God.
I follow the Timcast, these white boys, but they got swatted like 3 times. Fucking, that's crazy, bro. Somebody,
yeah,
was
that's
somebody,
nuts.
yeah, no.
People get swatted
I don't,
all the
now,
time.
I don't
But you
remember
could
who it
die.
was. Yeah, no, I don't remember who it was. Somebody did. Somebody died from getting swatted.
Yeah, you could die. I think it's a.
How could you not die? Because the police is going in there thinking they're going into a hostile situation. So anything that you're doing on the receiving end will be
Met
looked
with
at.
force, yeah,
It's
like-
gonna look at, they think there's like an active shooter or something like that, and you can't even blame the police because they're going in there
yeah.
thinking that they're going into a hostile
The
situation.
video I saw about swatting, they were a house that had the exact mats that we have outside their doors, and the police came in anyway.
But I saw an episode.
What they what?
I saw an
Come
episode.
back with a warrant.
I saw an episode of SWAT about swatting, and the guy,
How ironic.
the guy that was swatting the person called, and with like a voice changer that was like, "My men are coming to kill you. They got guns. They got eyes everywhere." So the person on the receiving end was ready for like force, but he didn't know that it was the police. He thought it was like some random dudes dressed in black coming to kill him.
fucked up, too.
So,
So he was
imagine. So
suicide
he
by
was
cop
ready.
accident?
Yeah. So he was ready with like a gun, like and then SWAT obviously thought that he was a hostile. So it was just a complete shit show.
Good show. It's
Yeah.
a TV show. It's not real. But yeah.
All right.
It could be.
Well,
This is
I
fun.
think this
We
is
did,
the end of
yo,
the podcast.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that video to come out.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
make sure you guys really listen to what they say. They seem really serious and really legitimate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're under MK Ultra, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know.
The fuck do I know, right?
Yeah.
Next time.
Peace.
Peace. This is Shared Visions.
Shared Visionz.
Shared Visions.
Peace.
I'm Kill Bill.
I'm E.
King Diggle.
King Dingling.
King Dingling. And who are you?
I'm J to the Sizzy to the.
Go ahead, say
Jay, so what up?
Say it, Jay.
I'm a.
Nigga.
Peace.